Right now at 10, a missing man is spotted in the La Crosse area. Rusk County authorities are asking for the public's help. And insulin price cuts will save Wisconsinites thousands of dollars a month. A local woman says the high prices meant she was choosing between her health and her home. Plus, a taste of competition. Kids with special needs faced off in a championship field hockey match with support from their peers.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. A missing person was spotted in La Crosse a few days ago. Jason Johnson was last seen on Sunday, seen in the La Crosse area from Saturday to Monday. Now, he is missing from Sheldon up in Rusk County. Authorities say it's not normal for him to miss work and not contact his family. Johnson is 37 years old and 6 feet tall. He was last seen wearing a green camouflage hoodie, a dark blue quarter-zip sweater, a dark winter jacket, and jeans. He is driving a white Chevy Sonic. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Rusk County Sheriff's Office. Over 37 million Americans live with diabetes. Roughly 8 million need insulin to live. But that essential medication can cost more than $1,000 a month. Until now. News 8 Now's Dua Israr explains how people living with diabetes may see that price tag cut by more than half.
We all need food and water to survive.
I've been diabetic since I was 23 and I'm 42.
For diabetics like Michelle Cayley, insulin is just as important.
Makes me feel like I have more energy. It makes me, just I rest better at night.
Insulin is a hormone our bodies create. It turns the foods we eat into energy, allowing us to do simple things like take a walk outside. But for people with diabetes, their body either doesn't release enough insulin or simply can't make it.
It affects my whole life, like sleep, energy, my focus.
But the cost of insulin isn't cheap. For Kaylee, the price tag is $2,800 a month.
I have been put in that situation when I lost my insurance and they didn't want to pay it. It was $2,800 a month out of pocket. Well, what do I pay? The house payment or groceries or my meds?
Marg Ertz, a pharmacist at Gunderson Health System, says there's a reason behind it.
There's 3 companies right now that pretty much have a market monopoly.
Eli Lilly, one of the largest drug manufacturers, is now capping the cost of insulin at $35 a month. Ertz says this will help make medicine more affordable.
Most people that are diabetic spend 7 times more than the average patient.
Ertz says while the cap is a step in the right direction, it could have been done sooner.
It's a little late. Look at how great we are for lowering the price, but this should have been done 10, 15 years ago.
Kaylee says she hopes other drug manufacturers will follow Eli Lilly's footsteps.
It's not my choice, and I can't help that a portion of my body doesn't work right.
Reporting in La Crosse, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
The $35 cap only applies to older products such as insulin that's sold in a vial. Meantime, a federal rule that's coming to an end in May affect Wisconsin residents' eligibility for Medicaid and Badger Care. Since early 2020, federal rules enabled automatic re-enrollment for Badger Care and Medicaid. But the national public health emergency is expiring this year, so the automatic re-enrollment will eventually go away. So starting April 1st, agencies are going to have 14 months to connect with all the people enrolled in those programs to see if they're still eligible and then provide them a renewal date. Now, this does not mean that your coverage is canceled April 1st. However, if program users don't confirm their eligibility with the agency, they could lose their coverage next year. That's why a health insurance navigator with Workforce Connections says you shouldn't wait to check.
The ultimate goal is we want to make sure that people don't have a gap in coverage or, like I said, not have any coverage at all when they really do need it.
Palmer says users should be checking with their state agency to make sure their contact information is correct. That way the state can reach them to let them know about the change. Palmer says if you're someone who won't be eligible anymore, Workforce Connections does offer free help to show you other health care options. Part of Governor Evers' biennial budget proposal is Medicaid expansion. If approved, low-cost health care coverage could expand to nearly 90,000 additional Wisconsinites. The American Rescue Plan Act created a new matching rate for people enrolled in Medicare, which would give Wisconsin $1.6 billion in state savings and bring more federal money in over the next 2 years. Wisconsin is one of 11 states that has not expanded Medicaid programs. Department of Health Services officials say more access to health care will strengthen the state's workforce because they'll have access to preventative care.
Most adults on Medicaid are working full or part-time, where their employer does not provide insurance at all or provides insurance that is not affordable for low-income wage earners. Medicaid expansion will help people find and, importantly, keep jobs.
Evers' proposed budget would also increase hospital payments by $626 million over the next 2 years. Also includes $250 million for Medicaid reimbursements for primary care, autism treatment, and outpatient mental health and substance use disorder services. Governor Evers made a visit to UW-La Crosse today to highlight a project in his biennial budget. Now, the university needs $182.5 million to complete the Prairie Springs Science Center and demolish Cowley Hall. Governor Evers included the money in his budget within the $1.8 billion proposed for capital projects across the UW system. Evers says it's time to finish the job at UWL.
Science is driving our economy, and La Crosse has a great plethora of science majors that we need more people in this area. You know, we have a workforce shortage in health sciences, and this will help.
The governor also stopped by UW-Eau Claire to tour Phillips Science Hall and a proposed construction site for a new science and health building. Evers is proposing a few major projects for the university, including $231 million to complete that new science and health building. UW System President Jay Rothman wants a 5% tuition increase for the next academic year. He told the State Assembly's Universities Committee that he'll ask regents at an April meeting. He says he's requesting the increase after learning that Governor Evers' budget would give the system $130 million less than what regents want. If approved, it would be the first increase for in-state undergraduates in a decade. All right, time to switch it up, talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, a little cooler today, but at least we had plenty of sunshine in the afternoon, and that always helps even cool temperatures feel better, doesn't it? 34 was the high in Eau Claire, also 34 in Winona, 32 in Preston, 36 in La Crosse, 38 in Sparta and Black River Falls, and also 38 in Prairie du Chien. Quiet evening underway. A nice little astronomical show earlier this evening. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll have some photos to share with you in my main weather segment coming up in just a few minutes. Just a few clouds scattered about, but mainly clear over most of our area right now. You can see a few more clouds off to the north and west. Some of those could drift through the area overnight. Current temps 18 in Black River Falls, 21 in Sparta, 24 in Eau Claire, still 30 here in La Crosse, and 28 in Viroqua. Partly cloudy. We'll call it seasonably chilly overnight. Lows in the 20s for most, maybe some upper teens to the north and east as you're seeing in Black River Falls. 26 in La Crosse with fairly light winds. Schoolcast for our Friday, 27 degrees at 7 a.m., 39 at lunchtime, 43 in the afternoon with more clouds than sun. It's going to be one of those 8-day stretches where sunshine kind of at a premium, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Back on the news side of things, the Minnesota Senate is trying to make it harder for thieves to sell stolen catalytic converters. The bill passed 40-25 and has strong law enforcement support. It would block scrap metal dealers from buying a converter that's not attached to a car unless it has traceable markings like a VIN number. Right now, Minnesota ranks third in the nation for converter thefts. The Senate made a few amendments to the bill, so it heads back to the House now, where it passed almost unanimously last month. Monroe County Crime Stoppers are ready to serve the community. Board members and employees from the County Sheriff's Office met to commemorate some recent big changes. They've been around since 1986 and received many of their tips through their tip line. As years went on, the amount of tips dwindled, but after adding a new website and app, the service became more accessible to the Monroe County community.
Now people can easily do it online or through a phone application, and now we are receiving probably well over 8 times the amount of tips of what we used to by just using phone numbers.
They'll be hosting a tribute concert to Johnny Cash on Sunday, March 26th. More details on how to get a ticket is available on news8000.com. After the break, a championship match. We take you to Holman High School, where kids in the Adapted Sports League went head-to-head for this year's field hockey title. And the area Boy Scouts kicked off their year with a former Packer giving a guest speech at their biggest annual fundraiser.
The extreme winter weather has kept shoppers from our showrooms. Now millions of dollars in furniture and mattresses must be sold. Now everything is on sale. Get 10% off sale prices plus free shipping. The Snow Emergency Sale now at Home Furniture.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Hey, it's Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. It's Harley's 120th anniversary, and we are celebrating all year long. Our new 2023s are on the floor with new models, new colors, but that classic Harley ride. Plus, we have awesome anniversary apparel, including custom helmets, limited edition clothes, riding gear, and more. Stop by and see us anytime at Great River Harley-Davidson.
Come see what great sleep looks like on a purple mattress from Home Sleep Express. Right now, get no money down, 6-year special financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-night guarantee. The famous purple mattress at Home Sleep Express.
La Crosse area Boy Scouts are kicking off the year with their biggest annual fundraiser. The Gateway Area Council hosted the 20th annual Golden Eagle fundraiser today, featuring a silent auction at La Crosse's Cargill Room. Organizers say all the money raised goes right back to covering Camp Decorah maintenance costs and other core Scout programs.
It helps us keep scouting costs low for all families in our area, helps us have a generous financial assistance fund so that any child that wants to be a Scout is able to.
Now, each year features a guest speaker, and this year's is Packers Hall of Fame running back Ahman Green. Green says he had friends in Scouts growing up, and his brother-in-law is an Eagle Scout. He says the program instills good morals and skills to help young men succeed.
It was always good to see, the programs that they had for young kids to get involved, to better themselves, going camping and just learning all the little details that they need to know, growing up in our world today.
Green is now an esports coach, if you can believe it, at his alma mater, University of Nebraska. Green says Scouts offer these kids an important reminder that maybe while playing video games is fun, it's still important to get outside and learn those valuable life skills. Well, grab your towels. It is nearly time to take a dip into the Mississippi for the 25th annual Polar Plunge. We'll have the details on this weekend's action coming up next.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Help us celebrate our anniversary with big savings. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy one item, save 10%. Buy 2 items, save 15%. Buy 3 or more items, save 20%. The sale is good in all departments, even carpeting. The more you buy, the more you save sale. This month only at Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup is always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Hey, how's that math homework going?
Good. Can't figure out this one problem though. It's so hard.
Let me see. The temperature in the house at 6 a.m. this morning was 65 degrees. Jody wants the house to be at 72 degrees. At noon, the temperature of the house was only at 68 degrees. How much longer will it take to heat the house to 72 degrees?
Now that's easy. The answer is called GNT, heating and air conditioning.
Why didn't I think of that?
Convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous.
Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Connection. It's baked into everything we do. And with Perkins Butcher Block, it's a great time to gather around the table. Starting at just $9.99, dig into all our mouth-watering favorites, from steaks to hearty breakfasts and more. And don't forget a fresh baked pie from our bakery. Save time and order online at perkinstogo.com.
I love helping people get into a new home, whether it's a first home, moving to the area, or a forever home. I'm here to help from start to finish.
They actually worked with us with our existing home and selling that and getting us into a retirement home. They've given us all different options, what to go with and what is the best for us financially.
And they're so wonderful for working with us and figuring out what we needed to do and how fast we could do it.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show, lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
High schools across La Crosse County are providing organized sports opportunities for students with physical and mental challenges. And News 8 Now's Anna Fisher was on hand for tonight's big championship game. Good evening, Anna.
Good evening, Ken. The Onalaska Hilltoppers faced off with the undefeated Holman Vikings tonight at home. With a full house to cheer them on, tonight's title game gives them much more than a trophy. It was an evening of intense competition at Holman High School.
Sometimes this is probably the best moment from their high school career.
The championship game for the Adapted Sports League gave these athletes an unforgettable experience. The league gives physically and mentally challenged athletes a taste of competition.
When they are faced with a tough situation, they are showing their strengths, whether it be communication or their physical abilities, or maybe it's even just sportsmanship.
The Vikings went into today's match undefeated. Are you excited to play today?
Yes!
After losing to the Hilltoppers by 1 point. They would go home empty-handed. The coaches say these athletes are leaving with a different reward.
We're really lucky to have even just the student body, but then also the teachers that come in. Maybe they're not able to come in for every game, but they are popping in, just congratulating us, wishing us good luck.
A championship game with the goal of having a good time.
This is the most excited they get. This is just to see their own classmates, their families, the coaches even just cheering them on. It's huge. It's huge.
Reporting in Field hockey season may be over, but later this month, teams will start practice for wiffle ball season. Ken, back to you.
Thanks very much, Anna. And if you want to support these athletes in that coming wiffle ball season, we've got scheduling info linked on our website. Well, preparations have started for the 25th Polar Plunge this weekend. With just a couple of more days before the big event, organizers are getting everything in order from lanyards to sweatshirts. Crews will be preparing the ice for plunge teams tomorrow. And besides ice preparation, much of the planning that organizers are doing is really behind the scenes.
This week is definitely busy. Maybe things that people don't realize, like putting the judges' clipboards together so they can judge each team.
All participants must raise at least $100 for Special Olympics athletes. You can register online or at Saturday's event from 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning. Time to switch it up and get a check of your forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Graw.
By the way, the water, a balmy 34 degrees. So
lovely.
That's how it should be, though. It's nice and refreshing. Trust me, as somebody who has done the polar plunge multiple times. It's been a while, but did it a lot back in the day. All right, if you missed the show earlier this evening, again, this is the planets Venus and Jupiter in the western sky just before sunset. So let's take that full so you can see this nicely. Two very bright lights in the western sky. Now, last night they were literally right next to each other horizontally, but we had the cloud cover, of course, around here. So tonight, Venus was a little bit higher than Jupiter, and they will continue to be very close together over the next several nights, but gradually start to get spread out once again. And if you've been watching me as of late, we've been showing the sun sets and the moon sets and the Jupiter sets and the Venus sets. And again, this is called a conjunction when you literally put your finger up in the sky, and if they're that close together like that, then that's what a conjunction is. So thanks to Gail for that beautiful shot earlier this evening. Here's another one from Holly again, and we saw it nicely through CityCam as well. So look in that western sky over the next several evenings, and you'll see a nice little astronomical show thanks to Venus and Jupiter. Sometimes the moon comes into play as well. All right, skies are clear over downtown La Crosse right now. 36 the high today. Not too far off of average. We should be around 39, 65 and 16 below the records for today. 30 degrees out at the airport, 31 downtown. Feels like 25 with a light breeze. 24 degrees up in Eau Claire, and your wind is calm. So temperatures, again, chilly, but not overly cold for how they could be this time of year. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s for most, although our traditional colder spots like Black River Falls at 18, Sparta at 21, 27 in Viroqua. A little bit of a southeasterly breeze at about 5 miles per hour, so wind chills not much colder than the actual air temps. Mid-20s for lows by tomorrow morning, right around 26 in La Crosse. Mid to upper 20s down to the south, a little bit chillier to the north and east. Again, upper teens to around 20 in much of Jackson County, and lower 20s for Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire. So just a few clouds scattered about. Again, I've been tracking this strong storm, but it's well to the south, and it looks like it's going to track towards, say, Indianapolis and Toledo, far enough to the south and east that it's going to leave us alone. In fact, it's going to leave most of Wisconsin alone with that southeasterly track, and Sky Tracker will show that. Partly cloudy tonight. Again, watch down here and you'll see kind of the northwestern edge of that storm system just south of Milwaukee, maybe clipping southeastern parts of the state, but Chicago and up into lower Michigan could be under the gun for several inches of snow. And then heading into Saturday, a little weak disturbance comes into play, maybe some very light rain or snow showers by Saturday afternoon and evening, but should not be a big deal. So for tonight, partly cloudy, 26 for the low, light winds. Tomorrow, 43, more clouds than sun, and then looking ahead, that slight chance of light rain or snow showers, or maybe even just sprinkles and flurries on Saturday afternoon. A little bit better chance for some scattered rain and snow showers on Sunday and lingering into Monday with highs in the low to mid 40s. And then dry Tuesday and Wednesday, although gradually turning colder next week. In fact, by the end of the week, we may be struggling just to get out of the 20s for highs. So we're not done with winter yet. Anything and everything can happen around here in March, that is for sure.
All right. Thanks very much, Bill.
Okay.
Still ahead in sports, busy night for our girls basketball squads. Sectional round tipping off tonight all throughout the region. Two area powerhouses going at it for the second time this year. Rob's got the highlights next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Sit on this, sit on that, sit on this, hey, sit on that, sit on this, sit on that.
Hey! King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this, sit on that.
Winter is here.
And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
That's why we have insurance, to help with the unexpected accidents that are not your fault.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we'll help you get the insurance settlement you deserve to pay your medical bills, your lost wages, and get your life back on track.
If you're injured, call us.
Call Bygoff and Rohde.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The journey is almost complete for the Wisconsin high school girls basketball teams. Just 2 more wins to guarantee a trip to Green Bay. That first test comes tonight in the sectional round. We'll start the show with 2 local squads going at it for the second time this season. Division 4 sectional at Onalaska High. Top seed Aquinas taking on number 2 seed and Scenic Bluffs Conference champ Bangor. Blue Golds red hot out of the gate. Maddie Murphy drains the 3. 5-point lead early for Aquinas. Cardinals clawing back though. Anna Frank baseline drive. It's going to rattle home. Bangor cuts it back to 3, but the Blue Golds have some sharpshooters, and it was target practice tonight. Murphy knocks down another. Then it was the Autumn Pasale show. The senior pulling up from everywhere. Same spot, same result. And then how about the other wing right here? Why not? Pasale on fire in the first half. Aquinas up 16. Bangor trying to battle back. Nora Tucker is going to splash home the 3. That cuts it to 13. But Aquinas firing on all cylinders off the steal. Macy Donarski takes it all the way to the cup for 2 of her game-high 17. Blue Golds are moving on. They get the win 64-39. They'll take on Cuba City on Saturday. Packed house in Cashton for the D5 sectional semifinal between Blair Taylor and Hillsborough. Tigers trying to claw out of a hole in the first half. Lily Van Falkenstein wide open. She drains the jumper. Hillsborough trails by 10. Blair Taylor keeping its distance to end the half. Speaking of distance, Abby Thompson firing from long range. Wildcats went into the break up 11. Second half, Tigers come out red hot. Cameron Hansen left alone, knocks down the triple. Hillsborough would storm all the way back to tie it at 37. Wildcats turn up the defense though. Lindsey Steen off the turnover, fakes the pass. The lefty goes off the window for 2. BT up 45-41. A few moments later, Steen in transition finds Thompson up the court. She's going to lay it up and in just like that. Wildcats make it an 8-point game. Hillsborough not going away quietly, though, under 10 seconds to play. Violet Morin backing it in, gets the shot to fall. Tigers cut it to 57-55. After a missed free throw, they got one more shot to tie or take the lead. Kara Basaric lets it fly for the win, but it's off the front of the rim. Blair Taylor advances to the sectional finals. They hold off Hillsborough 57-55. The Wanek Center hosting the D3 sectional semifinal game between West Salem and Elk Mound. First half, Reese Sackett having her way inside, gets the tough shot to drop. Other end, Sydney Quick firing from downtown. That's good. That ties the game at 16. Second half, Sam Niemeyer creates contact, count it +1. Panthers go up 2. Elk Mound responds quickly, though. Ellie Shizik spots up from the top of the key. That drops. Then a few plays later, Brooklyn Emery pulls the trigger from the corner. Elk Mound would go up 6, but the Panthers fight back. Megan Johnson stops, hits the floater here. West Salem goes on to win it 44-35. Panthers will play Somerset on Saturday for the section title. In Division 2 tonight, Toma fought tough, but the Timberwolves season comes to an end as they fall to Menominee 56-31. Kickapoo comes up short against Belmont 34-24. But how about Prairie du Chien? The Blackhawks are moving on. They get the win 46-42. Badgers and Boilermakers coming down to the wire tonight in Madison, Wisconsin. A chance to win it here, but Max Klesmit comes up short. Wisconsin loses another heartbreaker. This one 63-61 against 5th-ranked Purdue. And Ken, we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
You don't really believe in moral victories at this point, but I mean, Wisconsin's proven that they can play with these teams. They just can't get it done at the end.
I know, it's such a bummer. On senior night, too, it would have been a great way to send Tyler Wall off, but it is a consolation. But, man, it would have been nice to have that quad 1 victory.
Sure. Like you were saying, though, they need to make some noise in the Big Ten tournament.
They sure do. We were saying a couple of wins at least to even get them last 4 in, maybe?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Oh,
Rob, thanks very much. More news after this.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Attract a wide variety of birds with Enchanted Garden Birdseed. Available in many high-quality seed types and blends. A 20-pound bag of sunflower seeds is $14.99 after 11% rebate. Brighten up your home inside and out with recessed lighting. Ultra-thin canless downlights are easily installed without the need for a traditional recessed housing. Get an ultra-thin recessed Sylvania light for just $19.98 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
One of the most frustrating things I see is married folks letting money fights ruin their relationship. The reason this happens is because they're simply not on the same page, they're not on the same team. Money management is a team sport. If you want to learn more about money management, come see me, both of you. I'll be the bad guy, I'll be the referee, and get you on track.
A better bathroom now, a new shower or tub, beautiful easy care packages from Jacuzzi, solid surfaces by Karsten, full tile chosen from our huge selection. It's all here waiting for you to choose: fixtures, lighting, cabinets, sinks, and flooring. Our designers to help you plan, our own carpenters, electrician, and plumber to complete your project, and the lowest prices of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. For years, Kelly was on the payroll of a radical anti-abortion group working to take away women's rights. On the court, Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 criminal abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion. Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A robotic version of man's best friend is built to save lives. A Philadelphia company has launched a remote-powered robot dog that can help law enforcement and military personnel keep themselves and the people they serve safe. Now, this robot has cameras and sensors, and even if it gets knocked down, it gets back up again to go all across different terrain. Now, its job is to go to places that are too dangerous to send humans or live canines. It can even sniff out drugs like fentanyl.
Send the dog in, he can do the sniff, he can detect the fentanyl, use the gripper arm, he can pick up the suspicious package, whatever it is, carry it to a safe place.
This robot is waterproof, dustproof, and can operate in extreme temperatures. You could see one day working with local law enforcement or even commercial use. However, this version can cost well over $100,000, so baby steps. We'll be right back after this.
I came here and I started working for this company, and 3 months later, I got promoted for be a line lead. Working for Pilgrims is great because they treat you like a family member.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we're bringing out all the latest styles for patio and outdoor furniture. From dining sets to sectionals and even fire tables, they're all on sale. We've got all of our favorites in stock. That means no waiting. Plus, for a limited time, you'll receive free delivery on your outdoor furniture. Shop the best quality brands from Homecrest and Brizesta, furniture that's designed to last in any weather. Sale prices and free delivery happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
You have a day before you. Make it the best it can be with Holiday Inn Express and Sweets. How about breakfast to start your day? Coffee, milk, juice, hot food, cold food, brain food. Because you need it for that important meeting in our meeting space. And let's not forget about the afternoon workout to help you keep up with your goals. But your day can't be all work and no play, so you have set aside time for your family in the water.
Come make it a day at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Onalaska, La Crosse.
I enjoy working with businesses, seeing their vision and being there every step of the way to watch them become successful.
Union State Bank meets our personal and business needs.
At Contractor Supply, our motto is your partner in building excellence, and Union State Bank is all of that.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Union State Bank. I wouldn't have what I have today if it wasn't for Union State Bank.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Cooley Auto Service Center is ready to handle any of your repairs. From suspension and brakes to routine maintenance, we've got the certified technicians to care for you and your vehicle. Honest, friendly, and dependable team to get you back on the road quickly. Conveniently located at 700 Monitor Street or online at cooleyauto.com. Cooley Auto Service Center. Service you need, care you deserve.
So I come to this country looking for opportunities, and I found out in Pilgrims. The opportunities in here are like infinity. Give Pilgrims an opportunity, it's gonna be great, and it's a really, really good place to work.
Partly cloudy overnight, seasonably chilly, lows in the 20s for most, including about 26 in La Crosse. 43 tomorrow, and dry, more clouds and sun. Slight chance of light rain or snow showers on Saturday, but better chance on Sunday. Kind of bad timing for the weekend, but not looking at like all-day washouts, especially on Saturday.
All right, we'll take it. Thanks a lot, Bill, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.